Okay, hello y'all, good morning. I hope you guys are feeling awesome today. I'm gonna go ahead and go through this pick a card for y'all. We've got 3 decks. Just as a reminder, I hold up the crystals that are associated with each deck. Give me 1 second. So you have the first crystal, this labradorite, beautiful. Look at how it's in the sun. We love that. I'm gonna link the places where I buy my crystals from because like Mantra Minerals, she be slapping. I'm sorry y'all, my eyes are burning. I got oil in my eyes and she was like, girl, I don't like that. So if you see me crying, I promise I'm okay. My eye is just on fire. But yeah, so pile 1 is the labradorite. Pile 2, we had the green aventurine worry stone. I bought this in NOLA. And then for pile number 3, we have our double terminated golden healer here. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm gonna jump right in. You can go ahead and skip ahead to the pile that resonates most with you. You don't have to watch the whole video until we get to your pile because these piles are not going to be for you if you don't feel drawn to them. So look in the description below to see what time exactly your pick a card starts, and just fast forward to that time. All right, so we got pile number 1. Like I said, you guys are the labradorite. I had to show you again because like look, sis is glowing. We love that. We love good flash. Look at that at the bottom. I got a good one for y'all. Love that. I have one of these labradorites, and it looks like it has like Africa like when you flashing in the sun. I'm like, wow, like that's amazing. Okay, so I've never done like a general tarot pick a card for y'all before, so what I want to say is I'm not super familiar with tarot, so I do still use my tarot book in some areas. However, the deck that I'm using has astrology on it, so it's really easy for me to make interpretations a lot of the time without looking at the actual meaning of the card. So if you hear me say something astrology related, it's probably because that is the placement that's on the card. And then like I said, for the book, I'll be using the book for like cards that I'm not like too familiar with that don't like have astrology on them. So let's just go ahead and dig right in. Pile 1. The very first card that I pulled for you guys is this 5 of Cups, aka Mars and Scorpio, aka disappointment. I remember the first time I got familiar with this card, I was going through a betrayal of my own. That is what this card reminds me of. Betrayal, especially like from your friends, from people that you trust, from people that matter a lot to you. I mean, shit, the card's name is disappointment. You can see it literally. So I mean, like, there's gonna be some kind of disappointment for you. Like I said, whether that's betrayal from a friend or like somebody that you really care about. 5 of Cups. 5 is a very chaotic energy in numerology. And in the picture, you guys can see like the water is not flowing well, if at all, through the cups. It looks like there's some blockages. It doesn't look like a very happy card. Like, you know, this is supposed to be a watery card. The cup suit is associated with water, and the water not flowing. So the water is stagnant. It's built up. This is a Mars and Scorpio card, so it can represent you actually maybe being stubborn about something. I'm gonna move on so we can get some more clarity about what this card means. But I do want to go ahead and read some keywords for this card, because a lot of the times when I do tarot readings, people really like it when I read the keywords out of the book, even if I've already given a satisfactory meaning. So for this 5 of Cups, we have disappointment, unexpected disturbance, misfortune, heartache, unkindness from friends, betrayal, resentment, sadness, and regret. So wow, what a first card to pull, right? And then the second card that I pulled, 10 of Cups reversed. And this card represents Sadie, but it's in reverse. So I'm thinking that means a need that has not been satisfied. This is Mars in Pisces. So Mars in Pisces is honestly a very blessed placement. When you think of like Jupiter in association with the planet of like work and like instinct and things like that, you realize, okay, like this is like big blessed energy, sort of. When I think of Mars in Pisces, I think of someone who like doesn't have to put much work in order to like get what they want type shit just kind of like fall in their lap for them. Shit just kind of work out. I'm so sorry if y'all can't hear me. I will re-record this because they being disrespectfully loud. Let me see if I can roll up my window real quick. I don't even know if this is bothering y'all or not, but it's bothering me, so hold on. I tried to crack the window so I wouldn't suffocate, you feel me? Okay, so I'm gonna read y'all the keywords for that 10 of Cups card. Give me 1 second. All right, 10 of Cups. We have, and I'm reading for it in reverse. So we have overindulgence, we have pity, we have waste, we have stagnation. So sitting next to this Mars and Scorpio card, where we were having a lot of like disappointment and a lot of sadness, a lot of regret. Maybe you were being too wasteful. The card flipped. Maybe you were being too wasteful, and that's what's causing you to feel this disappointment now. You're like, oh God, I fucked up. Like, I've been like going too hard in the paint, and like I thought shit was gonna be smooth, but like shit's not smooth, so like I'm kind of sad about that. And it's interesting that I said that because the next card that I pulled is the Princess of Discs. And so this is not a traditional tarot card, but a princess represents like a young woman or a young person, and then the disc is like the earth suit. And so like you guys need to like get grounded. You guys need to get serious about your resources. Obviously princesses are sitting pretty, so like I think this is a good omen that like things are gonna turn around for you guys. But then I'm seeing the next card that I pulled. I pulled the Devil in reverse. I'm just gonna show you guys all the cards that I pulled for this spread actually. So I pulled the Devil in reverse, and then I pulled the Prince of Wands. Prince of Wands is also not a traditional tarot suit card. But yeah, like I said, the Princess of Discs is like a young woman with earthy qualities. So like someone who is practical, who makes logical sense. It's interesting that I pulled 2 water cards right next to an earth card. Maybe someone is gonna come in and be grounding for you. A woman is gonna come in and teach you how to manage your resources, how to like get your shit together. That'll be awesome for you guys, especially considering that you guys have kind of like overdid it, and now it's kind of biting you in the ass. But you know, it be like that. No need to beat yourself up about it. That's what I'm seeing you guys are doing. You guys are beating yourself up about it. You're really upset, but like, you know, what's done is done. What you have to do is move forward. And like, water has a hard time doing that. Water, especially this Mars and Scorpio, water, Mars and Scorpio likes to sorry, I can't even talk. Hold on to emotions when it's no reason to. You've already felt them, so like they don't have any purpose anymore, so you don't need to stay stuck in that. You have to let it go, and you have to do better for yourself, and you can't keep expecting things to fall into your lap anymore. It's not gonna work like that, so cut it out. This Princess of Discs keywords, yeah, like I said, it represents a young woman, beautiful and strong, pregnant with life. She is generous, kind, diligent, and benevolent. So like I said, somebody's gonna possibly come in, a young woman, and help you, or not necessarily a woman, but just like someone with like this gentle earth energy is gonna come in and help you get your shit together, or maybe just come in and just make you feel at peace about the situation. Just be open to that. Let's see, this Devil card in reverse. I'm concerned. I am not very familiar with the Trump card, so I'm just gonna read the keywords. This represents blind impulse, guys. I just want to talk about that for a minute, because if you have a card in reverse and it already means blind impulse, like that really means like you guys are really like about to go through a scenario where like you're gonna wanna like act impulsively, but like you need to control yourself. Like I said, especially with this 10 of cups in reverse right here, like you guys have already been overindulging, and like somebody is gonna come in and like help you guys, but like you need to not like throw her away or cast her aside. Like you have to like actually start putting things in order to kind of like start managing your resources better and stuff like that. Like I said, that blind impulse, that's not a good omen. There's temptation here. So like maybe you guys are gonna be like tempted to do something that you know that you shouldn't be doing, and you're gonna feel inclined to do it anyway because the card is in reverse. So like even though you know better, like you're still gonna like try to go off and do it anyway, and like you need to not. Like you really need to like stop. You need to slow down. That's what I'm really getting from this reading. There's a whole lot of chaotic energy. The only like slow card that I got in this reading is like Princess of Discs, the Earth card. So you guys really need to like think again, not get too, like I said, caught up in your emotions and your feelings. Be practical about things. Think about ways to move forward that makes sense for you, so when you do get that temptation, like you're already ready for it. It's not gonna phase you. But that card is in reverse. A lot of the times when I get cards in reverse, like the person damn near knows, but like they just are ignoring it. So I mean, take that as you will. Just like stop ignoring like what you know is already true, damn near. Like, come on now, guys, that's crazy. The keywords, I'm gonna read the rest of the keywords for the devil. It says irresistibly strong. It says unscrupulous. It's a SAT word, guys. We gotta go look that up. Ambition, like I said, temptation, obsession, a secret plan, hard work, endurance, discontent, materialism, and fate. So what I'm saying is, like, especially like with materialism, discontent, and fate being in that string right together, like stop being so materialistic. Like, no, you don't need everything. If you got something in your Amazon cart right now, I need you to take it out, and I need you to rethink it, and I need you to rethink it again. Like I said, because like you've just been overindulging too much. You got too much going on right here. You got too much going on, honey, and you need to back up. You need to not be tempted by these things. Oh my God, I'm such a Scorpio. I always notice when there's people around me, I be like, I need to tag that meme. What's that meme? I cannot stop seeing. That's me when there are people around me. I be like, please get the fuck away from me. Anyway, the last card I pulled for y'all is the Prince of Wands. Wow, Prince of Wands. So I'm gonna tell you right now, the wand suit is fiery, and a prince represents a younger man. So whether this is you or whatever, somebody in your life, the influence is fiery, and the influence is somebody who is like young and impulsive and like not thinking things through all the way. So like literally, like God just wants y'all to know to like stop being impulsive, think things through, stop being so chaotic and sporadic with your energy, like calm down type shit. Like y'all are really like in y'all ass right now, and like y'all need to just really like take it down a couple of notches. Like I'm hearing like the world isn't all about you. It doesn't revolve around you. Like sometimes you have to make sacrifices for the greater good and things that are really important to you, you know. So like I said, if you got something in that Amazon cart that you know you don't need, like this is your sign. You need to like take that bitch out. Like you need to stop splurging and like overindulging, and like you really need to like get on your shit. And like I said, I'm seeing somebody's gonna help you guys do that, but like you have to be like receptive and willing, because like if you're not receptive and willing, like it doesn't matter who God sends you, you still gonna be in the same damn predicament, unsatisfied, but overindulging. It doesn't matter how much you give yourself. Like, if emotions are the problem, like, that's the problem, period. And like, no amount of like stuff, drugs, food is gonna fix that. You have to sit with that, and you have to fix it in a way that will actually solve the problem. Let me read some keywords for these Prince of Wands, and then we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next deck. We love that. Okay, the Prince of Wands, like I said, is a young man who is swift and strong, but also impulsive, maybe violent. So maybe, like I said, check your emotions. Make sure that you're not like having these crazy sporadic outbursts. That's crazy. Someone who is also just and noble and generous with a sense of humor, but also can be proud. Someone who can be intolerant, someone who can be cruel, someone who can be cowardly, someone who can be prejudiced. So, like I said, don't be stuck in your ass. Like, come out of there. Stop being prideful. Stop being arrogant. Get your shit together, guys. I love you. I'm gonna show you this crystal one more time because I promise you it's so beautiful. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that flash. God damn. Wow. I love that. This is crystal porn. We love that. All right, bye, Pile 1. I love y'all. I'm wishing y'all the best. Get your shit together. Stop playing with me. All right, Pile 2. Hi, guys. Welcome to your pick a card. This was your stone. We love that. It's just such a beautiful shade of green. And look at how it's hitting the light. And we love that. All right, guys. So the first card that I pulled for you is, I believe, Eight of Swords. Yes, Eight of Swords, Jupiter and Gemini. Wow. So I remember I was doing an interpretation from my bestest friend, JL. And I told her logic don't fit well with emotions. And let me tell you, this card right here, logic does not fit well with emotions. You can't try to rationalize how you're feeling. You have to really like sit with that shit sometimes. And like, I know it can feel weird, especially like when there's a problem that needs to be solved. However, just because there's a problem that needs to be solved doesn't mean that it needs to be solved immediately. Sometimes you really have to ask yourself like how you're feeling first, because once you ask yourself how you're feeling, 9 times out of 10 the solution is lying in like how you're feeling. Like, so for example, like if I walk outside and like, you know, I'm having a rough day, I'm pretty sad, it's raining, you feel me? But then the sun comes out and like, now I'm happy. The reason I was sad was probably because it was raining. And now that the sun is out, the problem has been solved. I don't need to keep holding on to that sadness. I don't need to keep trying to rationalize with it. I don't need to keep beating myself up like, oh, why was I sad? Like, that shit is lame, etc., etc. Like, validate yourself and understand like it's okay to feel things. We're human. And like, I don't know, like humans kind of like have this thing where like we think if we think long and hard enough about our emotions that they'll suddenly one day not exist. I'm telling you right now, it does not matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter what color you are. You are always going to have emotions, period, because that is the human experience. Part of the human experience is learning what works best for you to control your emotions. So like, just keep that in mind as we go through the reading. Stop invalidating yourself. God, I just keep hearing that. Stop invalidating yourself. Jesus Christ. Jupiter and Gemini. I'm gonna read some of these keywords. I don't know if I talk to y'all about keywords, but like a lot of the times when I do tarot readings for people out of this deck, they really love hearing those keywords because they be hitting for them. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that. This is interference. This is misdirected energy. This is neglect of important matters. What are y'all ignoring? It's so interesting because I pulled the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords often means that like God is about to come in and like he about to come in and like swoop swoop. He about to fix some shit. He about to cut some shit up in your life. You feel me? So like it's interesting that I pulled this, and then I heard neglect of important matters, because like if y'all have been neglecting something, well, like y'all can't keep neglecting it for long. God is gonna come in and fix that for you, whether that be in a good or a bad way. A lot of the times it's a bad way, because a lot of the times with stuff like this, like you already know what to do, but like you just haven't been doing it. So God is gonna come in and do it for you, and that's not necessarily the best route. I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. Let me finish reading these keywords for the Eight of Swords. So like I said, interference, misdirected energy, neglect of important matters, lack of persistence, unforeseen bad luck, restriction, great care in some areas, disorder in others. So like I said, just make sure that you guys are paying attention to how you're feeling, and not neglecting like what's important. A lot of the times, like what I'm also getting is like a lot of the times, like when you are like trying to like rationalize with your emotions, that will make you neglect important things, because like you're so caught up in like how you're feeling that you're not paying attention to what's really important to you. So like you really need to like stop doing that, or else like it's like God is going to come in anyway, but the way that he comes in is dependent upon you. You have to really like stop ignoring what you have to stop you have to stop ignoring what's important to you, guys. Like that's really what I'm getting from this reading. So like I said, Ace of Swords is here. I'm going to show you guys the rest of the cards that I pulled for you. I pulled Abundance. This is Three of Cups. This is Mercury in Cancer. I also pulled Knight of Cups. I also pulled sorry, I couldn't read. Prince of Swords. Cute. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and read those keywords for the Ace of Swords. Is this fun, guys? Are you having fun? I hope you guys are having fun. I try to make my readings fun and playful. People be too serious. My friend came out here and was like, "Are you good?" I'm like, I'm good, honey, I'm good. A lot of the times when I come to my car, I'm stressed, but this time, you know, I'm recording a reading, so. Okay, Ace of Swords. The root of the powers of air. It says invoked force. So you remember I was telling you about God coming in, whether you wanted him to or not. Like, he's coming. God is coming. So you need to, like, get your shit together before he does, because he will tell you. Let me tell you, because, guys, let me give you a personal story. This is what I'm really feeling in my heart right now. So, like, I was in an abusive relationship for about 3 years. And around September, October of last year, that's when we started to break up. And I knew that I needed to let him go, because God had been telling me, and God had been telling me, like, okay, if you don't, like, get your shit together, like, I'm gonna come in and, like, rip him out of your life for you. So let me tell you, I ended up with a concussion. Could have been avoided, but you know what I'm saying, I was being stubborn, and like I wasn't preparing, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't like heeding God's messages. So like what I'm really stressing to y'all is to heed God's message, is to like not neglect like what's important to you, because he's gonna come anyway. And like I said, the way that he comes is dependent upon you. So like I said, invoked force, power for good or evil, conquest, activity, strength through trouble, and just punishment. So whatever is going on, the outcome will be just and fair, but like I said, the way he comes is dependent upon you. Okay, we've got this Three of Cups card, the Abundance card. And so sitting next to these other three cards, let me just do an interp real quick. So like this card has Mercury and Cancer on it. Mercury and Cancer is like a super empathetic communicator. Mercury and Cancer is like, what can I say or do to make you feel comfortable? How can I make you feel comfortable? Kind of like what works best for you energy. And then there's the Three of Cups. I'm so unfamiliar with this card. I don't really get it a lot in readings. And there are things that I want to say, but like, guys, I'm going to be honest, I still like second guess my intuition a lot. So I'm going to read the keywords and then I'm probably going to be like, oh my God, I was right. So I'm going to go ahead and read them. Let's see. Three of Cups, abundance, spiritual fertility, plenty, hospitality, pleasure, sensuality, passive success, love, kindness, bounty, and transient pleasure. So like this being on the other side, the Ace of Swords, like everything's chaotic now, but everything's not about to be chaotic forever. Sorry. Everything's not going to be chaotic forever. Because God is going to come in, you feel me, and give you guys what you need. So this is an amazing omen for you guys, especially sitting right next to the Knight of Cups. Because the Knight of Cups is like somebody who's like in a battle with their emotions. So maybe like you guys are like gonna literally like get an abundance of like emotions, and like God is really like wanting you guys to like sit with those, but like they're good emotions, you feel me? So like that's why also God wants you to sit with those, because like why would you not want to like have those good emotions, you feel me? Like I said, we have just like a lot of abundance, a lot of love, a lot of pleasure, a lot of sensuality, a lot of kindness. So like this is really sweet energy. Like at the beginning I was getting like really harsh energy, but like this is representative of you. So this is where you guys are at right now, but like this is where you guys are moving to, you feel me? So don't fret. Things are gonna be okay, but like things are not gonna be okay right now. Like you really need to like get it together right now, so that you can, when this abundance comes, so that you can receive it. That's what I'm hearing. A lot of you guys are going to miss out on this because you haven't been doing what you're supposed to do. So if you really think about it, like it's in your best interest to start validating your emotions. I remember when I pulled this card from my friend, I was telling her like damn near the same thing. I was like, when you actually start acknowledging how you're feeling and your emotions and stuff like that, you will actually realize like how things are starting to open up for you. Like sometimes like just being open and vulnerable about your emotions has like good consequences that like you didn't even think of before. So I want to give you guys an example, but I'm blanking, so maybe we'll come back to that if I'm getting anything later. So like I said, I also pulled the Knight of Cups for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and read the keywords. The Knight of Cups, it represents a person with commitment issues. So like what I'm hearing is you guys are having a lack of commitment to your emotions, right? Like the Cups card is also like a watery card, you know? So this is someone who is like emotional and like sensitive, but like you guys are not using that part of you. So like that's really crazy, because like a lot of the times when I pull like a Jupiter and Gemini card, like that's somebody who's just like used to invalidating themselves. But like what I'm saying is like it's circumstantial. Like you guys are like very emotional and sensitive, and like you guys know how to feel your emotions. So like I'm damn near like beating a dead horse, because you already know what to do, but like it's just been hard for you lately because of your circumstances. And like I can completely and totally understand that, because especially with everything going on with coronavirus, like it can be hard for anybody to do anything that they're supposed to do. So totally don't beat yourself up, but like you know what you gotta do. So this last card that I pulled, I didn't even finish reading you guys the keywords, I'm sorry. So Knight of Cups, amiable but passive. They're going to the SAT word. You gotta put that bitch in Google, that bitch in the dictionary. Attracted to excitement, unsustainable enthusiasm. That's crazy. So like, are you guys like masking your chaotic ass energy that's going on inside of your head right now? Because like that's kind of what I'm getting too, that you guys are kind of like not only not acknowledging it, but like trying to act like nothing's wrong, trying to act like nothing's happening. Well, something's happening and you need to let it. Sensitive but shallow. Sensual and idle. Untruthful. I don't even want to say this part because I feel like I'm going to read it anyway, but just know this is what the book says. It's not what I say. I don't like using tarot for these methods. But it says prone to depression and drug abuse. So if that resonates, take it as you will. But I didn't say it. The book did. I'm just the messenger. Okay, and then the last card we have is the Prince of Swords. You know, before I go on, it's really interesting that, like, this is you guys' crystal, right? This is green aventurine. Green crystals are really good for the heart chakra and like opening yourself up to like love and positive emotions and just like feeling that you deserve good things and stuff like that. And this is a worry stone, so like you kind of like rub it like when you're having anxiety and stuff like that. So it's really interesting that this was you guys' crystal that you were drawn to, because a lot of the times when you're drawn to particular crystals, like that means that like you need it's healing energy in your life, which is why I put these crystals on top of the tarot decks. They kind of like, you know, match with the meanings, if you will. So like you guys really need some love. You guys really need to calm down, maybe meditate, de-stress, maybe get a worry stone. This was like $5. I mean, I don't have a good place in mind to specifically get worry stones from, but they're all over Etsy. Like I said, I'm gonna like tag some crystal shops so you guys can like shop and like, you know, start exploring your crystal adventures, because crystals are fantastic. They really help you heal a lot. A lot of the times, like, just even having crystals in your environment, just having that passive energy next to you is really what helps you start that healing process. I remember I went to DC when I was younger, and it's interesting because like there's something, I'm getting off track, but like this is really important. But it's interesting because like Washington DC is a really healing place for me according to astrology. Like I would have spiritual awakenings in DC, and so I went to DC, like I said, when I was younger, when I was like 12, and like I bought an amethyst crystal just like because I thought it was cute. We just like went to a crystal shop. We were like touring. I didn't know anything about crystals or anything like that. I just had one. Literally had a spiritual awakening. Literally everything that like amethyst like represents, like becoming more intuitive and psychic, like I said, spiritual awakenings, calming, you know, things like that. Like I was just like experiencing all of that like when I was 12. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, wow. So yeah, get you some crystals. They work, they help, they're relevant, they're important. Love that. So your last card, Prince of Swords. A prince is a young man or a younger person with I will say like driven or motivated energy. I'm kind of trying to get out of the habit of using active, passive, masculine, feminine. So like if I stutter a little there, just know that it's because I'm trying to be inclusive to all my babies, because I love you guys and everybody deserves to be included. Prince of Swords. Swords is air energy. So here we go again. It's in reverse. This is somebody who's trying to be like logical and practical about things, and like they're not looking at the bigger picture because they're trying to ignore what's really important to them. They're trying to ignore their emotions for more logical matters, but like I said, you just can't do that. I'm going to read the Prince of Swords keywords. Oh, and by the way, I understand the Prince of Swords it does not translate to the original tarot deck. The original tarot, I believe it just has King, Queen, and Page. But this deck has King, Queen, Prince, and Princess. So I don't believe that Prince and Princess carry over. I believe that they are specific to this deck. I will come back and tell you guys if I was wrong, but I believe that's correct. Okay. Prince of Swords keywords. We have a young intellectual man who's full of ideas and designs, who's domineering, intensely clever, but unstable, guys. You're unstable. So you have all these good things going for you, but you're unstable. You're harsh, you're malicious, you're plotting, you're unreliable, you're fanatic. So remember, I was telling you about all that chaotic ass energy I was getting from this Jupiter and Gemini card, and how God was going to come in and rip that up for you. Well, this is that confirmation, because like I said, the Prince of Swords is someone who is unstable, who's fanatic, who is unreliable. And so you guys really have to like sit with yourself, guys. Like, stop ignoring your emotions, stop ignoring what's important to you, really get down to the nitty-gritty, because God is going to come in anyway. So you might as well just go ahead and get it done, so that you can feel all of this abundance that's coming for you guys, because it's coming. But you won't be able to receive it if you're still stuck in this mentality. I love you guys. Like I said, your stone, green aventurine, very sweet, very gentle, very calm healing stone. I remember when I was in NOLA, I was having a hard time. I was very stressed out. I was having like 6 spiritual awakenings at one time. And so people who are familiar with spiritual awakenings, you can imagine like what it's like to have multiple at the same time while you're on vacation. Let me tell you, it was a lot. So I went to go buy this worry stone, and like I literally could not stop rubbing it. Like, it's so gentle, so calm. I love you guys. Reach out if you need. I'm here. All right, I'll see you. Pile 3. I'm really excited for y'all, because y'all picked my absolute favorite. Look at her. I want to show you guys up close, because she's gorgeous. Look at that. I wonder, am I getting some of the rainbows? She has beautiful rainbows. Look at that. We love her. So this is a double terminated golden healer. For people who don't know what a golden healer is, it's a quartz stone with iron inclusions on the inside. So that's why you see like the red and orange kind of like little bands, and that's why it's kind of milky, because it has iron in it. So a golden healer, from what I've been told, is what it says, is a healing stone. It'll come in and like give you that spiritual healing that you need. So that's a good omen for your reading. If you've been needing some spiritual healing, that's coming in for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off by showing you all the cards that I pulled. So I pulled 6 of Swords, 7 of Wands. This card is so pretty. I love that. That purple just pop up out you. I can't even talk. I'm so sorry, guys. I stuttered. I pulled the Lovers reverse. I pulled the Empress reversed. The last 3 cards are reversed. So, you guys, Queen of Cups reversed. So, I'm going to start here with the 6 of Swords. This is Mercury in Aquarius. This is somebody who's like super brainy. This is somebody who's like, who prizes intellect, I'd say. Who especially prizes like things that make sense, things that are logical. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that, like, you know, you got a good head on your shoulders. You've been carrying yourself well. I'm thinking the 6. So the number 6 is like the number of like divine love. And like when you have that with like a Mercury and Aquarius, what I'm seeing is like you guys are really in need of some love, which is interesting, because like I said, like that golden healer is like for people who really need some spiritual healing. So you guys are possibly in the need of some love right now. And I mean, like, I could see that especially with the Lovers reversed and the Empress reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed. Like you guys are like kind of like in the space right now where it's like, okay, like things are falling into place, but like you're still hurting. So like it's really hard for you to like accept that things are actually falling into place, because like your emotions, like I said, like you're hurting, you're sad. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, so like I said, for the other two pick-a piles, basically, like, people really love, like, when I read keywords for them. So I'm gonna go ahead and read these keywords for all the cards. So, you know, take what you will, take what resonates. Yeah. Six of Swords. Okay, we have science, we have directed intelligence, we have labor and work, success after challenge. So like I said, you guys are like sitting pretty. You guys are like, okay, like shit is coming together. And like, I love that for y'all. That's beautiful. It says passage from difficulty. It says journey by water. So influence, which means that like when the card is like next to like for example reversed cards or negative cards with the same meaning, it means self-centeredness and also intellectual conceit. So like I said, take that as you will. It's interesting that it says intellectual conceit though, because the next card is literally Mars and Leo, and that's a very conceited placement. That's a very conceited placement. I'm not saying that Mars and Leo people are conceited, but like Mars and Leo energy is conceited energy, just to clarify. A lot of the times, so these cards have astrology on them. A lot of the times, like I'll be interpreting for them, and like people be like, oh well, like, you know, this doesn't resonate for like my placement, but like it's not necessarily your placement, because like your birth chart has like aspects to other planets and like houses and things like that. So I'm just telling you guys like what the base placement is. But yeah, like I said, Mars and Leo is like very conceited energy. It's like very boastful energy. It's like haughty. I have my shit together. But like I said, next to all these damn reversed cards, damn near no y'all don't. Seven of Wands. 7 is the number of like spiritual awakenings and like spiritual enlightenment and things like that. Next to a suit of fire means that it's coming in swiftly and rapidly. You guys need to prepare for that. You guys need to not block it. God damn. What the fuck? You guys need to not block it. You guys need to let it happen. Let's see. 7 of Wands. I'm going to read the keywords for that. 7 of Wands. The keywords are honor, struggles, small victory, courage to meet obstacles, victory in small things, quarreling. So what I'm really seeing for you guys is like, yeah, the success has been coming. It might start to slow down, but to not let that discourage you. You really need to, like it said, like take victory in the small things. Don't start, you know what I'm saying, like getting in your ass, start getting arrogant about just don't start getting arrogant in general. I don't know why I said about. Don't start getting arrogant. Take pride in the small things. Take pride in your little victories, because they matter. It doesn't have to always be like something big and awesome in order for you to like celebrate it, you know? Shit, throw yourself a party during quarantine. Shit, get some lick, get some weed, and like turn up. You feel me? I got my bong, cause I'm about to smoke, okay? So like, chill out, you know? Chill, relax. This is very like uptight energy. Like I'm getting that y'all are like really like damn near about to like I said, be arrogant and be in y'all ass right now. Like really, like kind of like come back down to earth. Kind of like I said, like come back down to reality, because like you guys are like really, you guys are starting to get like stuck up in your ass. And like I said, it represents struggles. So like somebody that has the 6 of Swords right next to the 7 of Wands might notice that their intelligence is kind of like coming back to bite them, you know? So I'm also getting like, don't be afraid to take a break. Like even if that's just like a couple hours break, you know? You don't have to be working all the time. Yes, like intellect and like work is like important, but also like you got some things that you need to tend to, honey. I'm about to get into these cards because these cards are real heavy. You got 2 Trump cards reversed along with a Queen card reversed. Like that's super heavy energy, especially next to some minor arcana cards. Like, whew. Okay, I'm gonna get into it. The Lovers has Gemini energy. It's in reverse, so I'm gonna read you guys the meanings for that. The Lovers: inspiration, intuition, intelligence. So like what I just got. Sorry, I need to take a drink of water. It's crazy. I've been talking for like 45 minutes straight. First of all, Ice Mountain slap. First of all. Second of all, and third of all. When I read the word inspiration, I immediately thought, okay, so you guys are about to get laid on to like a new project. That does not mean that you have to do it right now. Like, you guys really need to like sit with yourselves right now. You need to chill. It says self-contradiction, it says instability, it says indecision, it says superficiality. So like, goddamn, y'all got superficiality right next to this card. This card is superficial as fuck, because science is superficial as fuck. In any science related realm, you need some spirituality along with that. So like, if you've been being like too logical and too business oriented, like, you need to really develop some more of your spirituality into that, because it's not going to turn out well for you if you keep trying to ignore spirit. It also represents infatuation. It also represents some good things: intelligence, innocence. And so, you guys are smart as fuck. Like, I love that. Like, y'all are really on y'all shit, and like, I love that. But like, get out of your ass, y'all. Attraction, beauty, love. That's so sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading, because I feel like I'm gonna get more clarity on these cards once I read the rest of them. So the Empress card reversed. The Empress is associated with Venus. The Empress is associated with somebody who is like really creative, like who is like kind of like full of life, like brimming with energy. But like, it's reversed, guys. So like I said, like, it might be like that you're trying, whether it's subconsciously or not, to disconnect spirit and science. But like, you know, you can't do that. You really have to. What I'm hearing is like, you guys like have like a lot of projects going on, but like, you haven't been praying about them, you haven't been meditating on them. Slow down, take your time. It's not a rush. Time doesn't exist, especially during quarantine. Like, breathe, like I said, meditate on it. Figure out ways that you can incorporate spirit into your practice, guys. So the Empress card is someone who has love, beauty, happiness, pleasure, success, fruitfulness, and good fortune going for them. But you guys you're blocking that for yourself. You feel me? You're blocking that. Right next to this Queen of Cups card, I'm really hearing that you guys are like, it's like you are somebody who like really used to be somebody who is like very emotionally sensitive and in tune to people, and like very motherly, regardless of your gender, very motherly, very kind of very like protective. But like, you've been like kind of moving away from that because like you've been so focused on your work. So like, what I'm really hearing is like, stop like focusing so much on your fucking work. Like, God, you guys got things to attend to, literally. And half the time, when you stop focusing on work, you get to meditate on things that are important to you, and then you will realize how to make your work even better, because God is going to give you new insight. So to continue, graciousness, elegance, gentleness, dissipation, promiscuity, idleness, sensuality. The Empress reversed. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is next. Like I said, the Queen of Cups is somebody who is emotionally sensitive, but it's in reverse. So you guys, you haven't been tapping into your emotions lately. Like, gosh, you guys have just been in your work, and I'm proud of y'all, but you gotta come up with something else, because it's not working for you right now. This is somebody who is dreamy, tranquil, observant, poetic, imaginative, kind, yet passive. And this card, it says that it is impressionable to other cards' influences, especially if those card influences are really strong. So like I said, like, you guys have all of this like sweet ass energy going for you, but like, you guys can't tap into it because you're too wrapped into your work. So like meditate, have that spiritual awakening. It's really gonna help your business. Like I said, like, you remember, literally I held up this crystal and I was like, y'all are about to have like a spiritual awakening, because like that's what this will do for you. It kind of like cleanses your spirit, I will say. Like, it kind of like gives you a refresh. Like, if you feel like a lot of stuck energy, you feel real stagnant, like a golden healer will come in and like clean you up type shit. So I got this from a place called Prism Crystals. I will link that below so that you guys can tap in, because they slap. I remember when I saw this crystal, I was like, I have to have it. I was broke as fuck, but I was like, I gotta have it. I was like, it's no other choice, I have to have it. Anyway, guys, so yeah, like I said, stay grounded, start meditating. Don't focus so much on your work. Take a break. God is telling you to take a break so that you can focus on these things that are really important to you. I love you guys. My DMs are always open. Please hit me up with questions. That's really all I got for y'all. Please let me know if you liked it, if it resonated, if it didn't, if you feel like you need some personal clarification. I do offer personal tarot readings. So I love you guys. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. See ya.